What do we got on people? I just came back.
People. We're live. We're kicking around, making sure everything's ready before we go real live, but no. Spinning around in circles.
Where is he? Oh yeah, not Frank. Forgetting he doesn't.
Probably just lost track of time. But I'm gonna make sure.
I'm gonna send him a DM and hope he actually replies just like it's showtime and see if he proves out of existence. I mean, proves
for an army. Sorry.
Oh, there he is, man, myth, legend. Did you join that Discord?
Which Discord?
Act 4.
Yeah, the one I sent you a DM for.
Ah, okay, just 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that.
You got
This is one of those.
I will be over in that Discord, so give me I'll be there in a little. Like, join me over there once you join, man.
Just did. I'm in general now.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, cool. I can just.
He is moving in a bit. He'll be getting
Kaboom.
it.
Hooray.
Okay. Hello, before you say anything, no direct spoilers, please. No, okay. Frankie. Okay. No, hold on. I'm still with KF2. No direct spoilers, please.
No, okay, understood. Thank you for saying that, because I was actually just looking at something that is a huge direct spoiler. So yeah,
Okay.
alright. I won't say anything.
I got spoiled already, sadly, because someone mentioned it in fucking Windjammer's chat.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to watch it afterwards, but also, hey, Coach Jam. Also, okay. Are you guys okay? You Gucci?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm
Everything's
great.
good.
Wait, are you alright?
We gotta process through some DQs and things, but that'll be fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I'm way too busy with KOF 2002.
Yeah, dude, don't worry about us. We're fine. We'll run on our own.
Yeah, we can do this, brother.
Okay, we got you. Thank you so much for coming, my dude. I believe in you guys. And also,
Nowhere
Coach
else I'd
Jam,
rather be.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
What a legend.
So,
There's
Frankie,
no
do you
love
want
for the PR scene, huh? What?
Do you want the context to that or no?
Yes.
He's essentially getting bombarded with these nut jokes. He just walked into 9 as it is.
That's
Like,
great. That's
he's
great.
walked into 9 and
Well, you
and
just
one of them
walked
was a
into
fake
these
out.
us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All right. So just a moment
Anyway.
before we start anything else. I got a fun little video to show. So give me just a moment.
En este mundo se existirá una semana de caridad llamado Alexalchemy Charity 4, constando en varios servers de Fightcade, dando la vida a morirse con sus propios ojos. Es caminar el peligroso camino del random. Quizás yo, cuando se empiecen los check-ins, me paré en morirme en el camino de un donador y ganador, y convertirme en un demonio de ejecución que consume todo en su camino. Alexalchemy Charity 4.
And we are back. Welcome to Warp Whistle is part of the Alexalchemy's charity Thing 4. For any of you just tuning in now, it's been a really successful, really cool event. We've already raised quite a bit of money for the Alzheimer's Association, and you can, in fact, donate some more. You can do that by putting !donate. I actually unbanned Nightbot just for this. There's also going to be there's also !bracket if you want to see the bracket. But I will warn, as is the current style at the time, we'll be running replays throughout the entirety of the stream and allowing our tournament to proceed at as fast as it can go. This is primarily because our best player is from France, and it's late.
So we're going to breeze through it, probably. Yep. It's one of the reasons I didn't enter.
Yep, we're gonna have a nice, quick tournament. We're gonna get through it, and we're gonna show off as many matches as we can here in this 2-hour block.
Yay!
We want to try to wrap this up before Karnov and set it over. But
that's actually a great idea.
Absolutely. And then big shout outs to Style Katarin for following and Insane Vetus for rating. We're gonna have a real good show for you tonight with lots of Windjammers 1 excitement, and I'm just going to, before we go and we start, and everyone will be unimpeded to go as they want to go, I want to make last call on a few players. We are missing just a couple of you, most notably a few that were added in manually, which I'm not sure about, which would be, let's see, we're missing, tell me if you see any of these people in the Discord, either in the Discord chat or in the Fightcade lobby. I'm missing X-Phoenix, Triple X, Myrudent Onayo, Censored X, Ikagai, D Owls, and a Duke X Machina. I love yelling names as a tradition.
It's Duke X Machina is a great tag, not gonna lie.
I'm probably gonna just DQ a few of them to bring it to a 16, and if the other ones don't show up, they'll get DQ'd. They'll also get DQ'd. Just because I feel like I like nice, even-looking brackets.
I agree.
Let's see if any of these people are here. I'm not really seeing them. I'll put it in the Fightcade chat if any of these folks are here. But once we get this up and running, we can get the
There we go. So, by the way, I do want to say the charity donations right now are $734 so far, ladies and gentlemen. $734 will be going to the Alzheimer's Association. Let me tell you, I really think we can get it over $1,000 by the end of the night. Special thanks to Alexalchemy for having this happen, for putting this together. I am really happy to see people come together for this, especially because if there is one thing I want to see expunged from this earth, it's Alzheimer's disease. I lost my grandfather, mother's side to that disease, and it is horrible. It's a terrible thing, and I honestly would not wish for anybody to go through or know somebody who goes through such a thing. So we are live here. We're going to be jamming the win. Do we have that bracket, Warp Whistle? Because I'm curious who we have coming out tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna DQ a few people, clean it up a little bit, and then I'll throw it on stream real quick. But you can also see the bracket at !bracket. We're gonna have no word from them.
Sorry for interrupting.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for just coming here, for just agreeing to be part of this awesome project. I'm still running with KOF 2002, but also you guys are doing God's work for doing the brackets in your own. So again, massive thank you to Warp Whistle for handling that for me. It really means a lot. And yes, fuck Alzheimer's. Let's see if we can eradicate it from the earth. And ooh, hold the fuck on. Yo, okay.
What?
With some KOF 2002, we have various donations.
Heck yeah.
First up by Akina Yamito with a $5 donation saying, fuck Windjammers too.
Wow.
Well,
Akina, you legend.
Nah, you traitor.
I mean, it doesn't have spectating mode. That's why I'm doing Windjammers 1.
That is a very big thing.
It also doesn't have Fight Cage GGPO, which is butter. It has it has stinky netcode.
Yeah.
But that's not all. We also have a $30 donation from Trash Tier King.
Let's go, TTK.
With the comment jam on, dudes. Hell yeah. And the most recent one is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Frankie Sisto on the megaphone with the $20 donation, with the comment, which I agree full-heartedly, fuck Alzheimer's. Let's have a round of applause for the Windjammers community, guys. Come on.
Let me tell you something. If we get over $1,000, I will cuss on stream. I'm gonna say.
Dude.
Oh no.
So if we get over $1,000, I'll cuss on stream.
That's incredible.
To say how I feel about Alzheimer's disease. So let's get over $1,000 into the contributions, ladies and gentlemen. So
actually, one more interruption I want to make. One more interruption is related to the donation. I did put up like 2 donation goals. One was attached to Windjammers, and since they got mad, that means don't expect my Costa, don't expect my Gary. I am stuck to Mita for the rest of the tournament. So if you see me, you know who I'm getting. You know who I'm picking. I'm not going to pick off of her. As for the other one, which was also Matt, is later on in the week, Gundam EX review stuck to only playing Sagak. So I'm suffering.
I wouldn't say you're suffering. You're taking one for the team. You're taking one for the team. You're inconveniencing yourself for a greater good.
I will say the other thing. I did actually get, like, when I made the announcement of like the 2 donation goals, there was 2 other people who were willing to join me, and a third one who said I will consider it if a certain amount is reached, and that is Dimax. He said that if he gets 850, he will do Sagak as well. Ooh. Right now, we are at 749. Once 850 is met, that's basically Dimax guaranteed to play Sagak as well.
Ooh, that's actually gotta be interesting. And feel free to let everyone know what Sagak is, in case you guys don't know, Coach Young.
Go ahead, let us know. Let us know.
He's gone.
I've got a goddamn Coach Sham. Alright, I see how it is. Alright, I see.
Well, I think he sees D's nuts, so that's why he chose
to leave. Come
on! You're welcome. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I'm
fucking hate you, I swear.
I get that a lot. Let me tell you, every person who has ever loved me has wanted to punch me in the face at least once during our friendships and/or relationships. So don't you worry, it's all good.
Alright, I'll say fuck you, Frankie, as my message, donating another $5 for Maturino.
Excellent.
And, I'll let the guys over at KOF 2002 let everyone know about the donations, because since I haven't done it yet. It's been a busy bracket, but it's worth it, guys. Please donate to this charity. Let's see, you know what? How about this?
Get it over $1,000 and I'll cuss on stream.
Ooh, let's see if we can get it by tonight. That'll be interesting.
I think we can do it. Dude, we're already knocking on we're at basically 750. I guarantee we'll get I'm willing to bet money we would freaking get over $800 by the time Windjammers is done. But I think we can get over $1,000. I think we can get that easy. Remember when we thought our goal was only going to be $669.69? Nice.
Nice indeed.
Knock that out of the park, baby.
You're welcome. It's all because of you guys. But yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah. We got our first match actually on stream now. I wanted to catch you. And we're gonna be again. This will be a very compact show. Get a lot of just as much Windjammers as we can pull into it.
Well, we got 2 hours, right?
We do. We got 2 hours worth of programming to try to get you through as much of it, much matches as we can. And starting off with Karaoke, who's been really dominating up in the Latin scene for like the last half of 2021. And the Steve, who's been definitely putting in the work on Windjammers too. But
absolutely,
is a solid player in one nonetheless.
Now, let me tell you something. First of all, sorry if I was a little late. I was watching So, long story short, something happened on the Nintendo Direct today. I'm not going to spoil it, but something that excited me very much. And obviously, I'm trying to dissect every single thing that I can from it because I'm so excited by it. But I'm here, and it's time to jam. And I'm with Warp Whistle, and we got Karaoke Mex versus the Steve. Now, I was talking with Mohawk Mike, and he was saying how, you know, when going back to Windjammers 1 after playing Windjammers 2, you're sitting there and you're just playing with the A and B buttons, and you're like, wait a minute, where's my jump? How do I jump? Why isn't my jump button working? Why can't I slap shot? What's going on here? You get so used to the new mechanics of Windjammer. Yo, and we start off strong with a tie, Warp.
Yeah, a very strong performance by both of our players. I'm blown away by how well Steve has been able to defend. He hasn't been doing a lot in the aggression. I think he's slowly getting back into the time of Windjammers 1. You can see him, like, he's been struggling with doing, like, up-down motions instead of his proper curves, which 2's curves are definitely a lot different than how 1's work. But,
so,
they just feel a lot more, like, they really want you to be a little bit more loose with them, while 1's are definitely a lot more specific. It feels a little bit like the timing window feels slower instead of, while 1 feels a lot quicker. At least in my opinion, but
that makes sense.
Steve's definitely picking up and is throwing in a lot more curves into his game. Karaoke's doing a pretty great job of just being Wessel, staying on point.
The key to a great Wessel, the key to a good Klaus Wessel player is a great defense. You got to use that dash. Obviously, you need to be committed with where you're going, but oh boy, that's a shame. Fell victim to one of the classic blunders. It's like I always say, focus on catching the frisbee. Your opponent's going to mess up eventually.
Yeah, Steve's put in a really good performance. A lot of that 2 practice must be coming in and helping him because he's Karaoke's got a very solid defense, and he's doing a really good job of, like, Karaoke's not playing bad. Karaoke's doing a good job of moving into position, properly cheating up to the net. Steve's just exploiting bad, like, just the few gaps that he's leaving.
Nice! Let me tell you, really solid movement by Karaoke Mex. Very, very methodical. Like, he is, and he manages to score and get it. 14-9 via timeout. Karaoke Mex walks away with the first game. Now, I remember Kowtow Robinson made his tutorial for Windjammers 2, right? And the best advice that he gives, the central tenet of advice for the entire tutorial, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Basically, only dash when you need to. Notice how precise Karaoke Mex's movements are. He's very, what's the word I'm looking for? He's only dashing when he has to. So
yeah, it's very appropriate that there's a lot of wrestling fans here because you do need to respect walk in this game, especially.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's always been Wessel's weird point. Wessel doesn't have, like, any walking speed. As the game manual says, he walks like a wounded sea turtle. But his dashes are really good at covering ground. So this leads to this weird thing where Wessel isn't popping the disc up nearly as much as the other characters because he's using his dash to get into position. He still wants to walk, like, you still want to walk as Wessel as much as humanly possible. Otherwise, you're going to end up, like, in weird positions and corners, and then out-of-place lobs will get you.
And oftentimes over-dashing as well, because, again, Wessel has the longest dash in the game. That's a shame. You hate to see it.
You hate to be it, dude, but Steve is really pulling this one back together.
He really is, but, you know, it's like they say in Delaware, it is never over.
Walkling. Oh, very obvious. But I thought I might have just been able to catch him out of position. But I'm a little bit more used to 2, and it's a larger amount of delay. You can react to that way better in 1.
Right? Slowing things down a little bit. Here comes Karaoke.
Steve's doing.
Now keep in mind,
Steve unfortunately standing way out of position for that one. Always got to if your opponent's smart enough to catch you not resetting the T, then you're gonna have a bad time.
Case in point. Now, once again, another thing that takes a little bit of getting used to, coming back to Windjammers 1, sets are only to 12 points, not 15, as they are in Windjammers 2. So in Windjammers 2, you have a little bit of wiggle room, but you wouldn't know it to play the game because things move a lot quicker with the new mechanics. One of the reasons why the game clock is at 90 seconds rather than 99. But this is definitely Karaoke's game right now. He's on match point. Steve is trying to find his way back in. He's got 3 points on the board. Karaoke just needs one more three-pointer, and he walks away with this, and Gia send it into the air. No such luck.
Unfortunately, while Steve was holding his own for quite a while, really got his aggression, Karaoke was able to lock in to be able to control these larger spaces.
Yeah.
My only gripe with how Karaoke is playing is that he's not using his diagonals to attack corners, and the moment I say that, he notices that. He's been there's been a lot of just up down, trying to check longer distances and starting to, instead of attacking opponents when they're going to dash away like that. And Karaoke takes the game 2-0. Steve fighting very valiantly, but unfortunately unable to put up on this game.
That is most unfortunate, but Karaoke Mex will move forward into the bracket where he will get the winner of Pyrotech and Duke Ex Machina.
More than likely, yeah, Duke doesn't. I don't think Duke's shown, but we'll have to process some. We'll process some stuff in just a few moments.
No problem.
But we've got us. Got us some good results in one already. I think I'll throw up a replay of Club Soda's match. Club being a friend of mine.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, Club's a good friend of mine. He's another member of the BWO. He's going to. He placed very well the recent tournament for both 1 and 2, getting third place at Frosty Faustings in both. And I think this is going to be a real interesting one. And he's facing a legend. He's facing one of a champion.
You don't say.
Yeah, you might not. Have you ever heard of the legend of Style Katarn?
Absolutely.
Style
is legendary.
He's the Dino Rex champion.
Really? Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Now, like I said, just make sure I can see it in real time.
You can just, oh, hang on. There you go. Just pop into camera and you should get a stream view. That's not my bad.
All right. Okay, I see it perfectly. Right away, we're getting in a nice three-pointer by Style Katarn, showing some definite style against the reigning Genesis World Champion. By the way, I was talking to some friends of mine. I guess you could say he's a friend of mine. I was talking to him earlier this week. I think Windjammers 2 is going to happen at Genesis 8 in April. And I'm definitely expecting a big turnout for it.
I'll have to look at some plane tickets then.
You absolutely have to, because the 4 horsemen of the Genesis Windjammers Apocalypse, I imagine, will be there. You'll have myself, you'll have Junior, you'll have Time Bones, you'll have Club Soda. We're the 4 horsemen of Windjammers. If all 4 of us are able to return this year, I fully intend to put bounties on all 4 of our heads.
Dude, free money for Warp Whistle, incredible. No, I'm kidding.
No, here's the thing. I would put there would be a secret 5th horseman, maybe 6th, if you and Southpaw Rock were able to make it out. And I would put bounties on your guys' heads as well. But horsemen would not be able to claim the bounties of other horsemen.
Fair enough.
So, at least maybe until grand final to sweeten the deal. But either way, Club Soda walks away game number 1 over Style Katarn in dominant fashion. And we're going to try and go into game number 2. What will the stage selection be? Oh, what would the stage selection be?
Well, unfortunately, we're back here on the beach, which good album, not a good place to be for Style. But
indeed,
as Style said, Dino Rex is very different. It's a game about feeling and emotions, and not a game about like hard positioning.
So, absolutely, Fireball. You better have to protect my money. I'm unemployed, dude.
Yeah. Don't worry, man. You'll get on your feet soon.
It sucks. I hope sooner rather than later, but that's another conversation for another time. And Club Soda, 7 golden letters over Style Katarn. The style of Katarn is unfortunately failing the substance of fizzy water, which is unfortunate for all involved.
It truly is.
Okay, howdy. Did you guys read out the new donation?
No, this one did not.
Okay, so shout out to Cowtow Robinson with the $10 donation.
My man!
Hell yeah! Going against going the demon known as Alzheimer's with the beautiful words known as .emu retire, bitch.
I cannot endorse that. I cannot endorse that. I will not endorse that.
Apologies for the interruption.
Don't worry.
It's fine.
I want to make a correction that I made. I said I get 150 to get Dimex to join in, but I got that confused. That was for something completely different.
Well,
So my apologies to anyone whose hopes I raised.
how dare you
Although he
raise my
did tell
hopes.
me, although he did tell me he would mirror people. Whoever was running Sagaki would mirror. So I guess that's
Okay,
a half win. I guess.
we're gonna process
Anyway,
out
later.
our DQs, I think, now.
Sounds good. And we also have Fat Chew. Fat Chew donating $50 because Windjammers. My man. Wait, dude, we might get.
Wait, what
we
the
might
fuck?
get
Wait, $50 right now? What the
50
fuck?
bucks from Fat Chew, baby.
Wait,
50
oh my
bucks.
god!
Fachu, you're a
Wow.
legend. Thank you so
Dude,
much.
thank you so much! Dude, at the rate that we're going, this has already beat Act 3.
Bro, we're getting over a G. We're getting over a G.
Oh my god, we're actually gonna do this. Guys, let's keep up this momentum, whether you're watching from KOF 2002, which is going on right now, or Windjammers. Please, let's keep up this momentum. Let's see if we can break $1,000, guys. This
We're
game
gonna
is
do
fucking
it.
hype. I am glad I'm bringing it back from one of my tournaments, because this community just fucking deserves it, honestly. Just shout out to you guys as well.
Happy to be here, Alex. Thank you for giving us this platform. We're delighted to help the cause. So keep having us. We'll keep coming back, baby. Trust
Hell
me.
yeah. And maybe in Winter Clash, we might host a little Windjammers 2 tournament offline.
That would be awesome.
I'll
Love
let you
to
guys
see that,
know
man.
any updates, but yeah,
Please
let
do.
you guys know.
Please do. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're over $814 and counting. My man Fat You, 50 bucks, making me look like a bum. Well done, my friend. Well done. 50 bucks. We're going to freaking we're getting over $1,000. So, speaking of Fat You, we got Fat You versus RSG Rune.
Yeah,
What do
Rune
you
also
think we're
coming off
seeing
a
here,
strong
Boo?
Frosty Fasting performance, and Fachu also.
Yup.
Hopefully, I think Fachu's been in the lab. Fachu's been practicing a lot lately, so hopefully that's going to help pay off in some meaningful way.
Let me tell you, Frosty Fastings was the first time I'd seen Fat Chew in a while. It was the first time I'd seen him play in a long while. He was a different man in the best way possible than he was when I saw him last. So, the man's come a long way, and he's only going to come even farther.
These boys throwing circles.
Circles, I was seeing right angles, but that's neither here nor there. We got some clean vessel play here. Just look at these two matching each other. They know what they're
by
doing.
the edge of your bicep. They both have good awareness of their hitboxes. They're using all of Wessel's. Oh, Rune almost had that.
Beautiful.
Wonderful shot there at you.
Let me tell you, that's the best part of the lob. He caught Rune off guard. And he gets another fight. Dude, no way. No way Fat Chew over Rune. I mean, I'd like to see it, don't get me wrong. But, like, Fat Chew over Rune would be quite unaccountable. In the best way possible. And Fat Chew is up 1-0 over Rune. That's huge, Warp. That's huge.
Yeah, it's Fachu's really coming out swinging.
He really is, in the best way possible.
Yeah, big shout outs to him for really putting the pressure down, and Rune's just not taking it. Rune's on the back foot, but Wessel's weird curve hitting the wall, making it flatten out. Something that's hard to get used to, something that's hard to react to. It goes against how like every other character plays. Big super, big chance, and that's huge for Rune, who finally takes the lead. One more 5 would be enough to give him the set, which would be real helpful to come back and build momentum, but 3's also good. Unfortunately, this gives Fachu a reasonable supersonic window, and catching up a little bit. Just 2 scores, all Fachu needs to come back, and plenty of time to do so. Ooh, and the comeback looking very real. One score, anyway, but a lob drop, and Rune is going to go into the hole. But huge 5, hugest 5. Haven't seen a 5 like that since 05.
At 5 o'clock p.m.
We're all tied up back on the beach. Anything's possible here.
Absolutely. And Rune Kodiakson coming out right away with a big 5. As my brother once said to me, 5s are scary in Windjammers 1 only if they come in 2s. You can't let yourself get psyched out by them. But right now, oh that's a shame.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get it when the right at the disc was starting to break, which meant it got shoved in wrong. That sucks. He just wasn't standing there. It only been a 3.
Total shame, especially after how Fatchu carried that first set. Can he come back? Can he do it again? He needs 2 5s or 3 3s, but he's got to score. That's unfortunate. After all of that,
you gotta pick yourself up. You can't dwell in the past. You gotta pick up. You can do it.
Ugh. Let me tell you, it's hard not to dwell in the past when you keep paying for it. And Fatchu just paid for that one, but he's got to shake it off and come back. And Lawn is an interesting choice, especially against a fellow K Vessel.
How much advantage can you really feel like you have unless you're going, like, especially when you're in a mirror match, you really got to feel your opponent out pretty well. And Fatchu already making it work pretty well for him, punishing Rune for trying to cheat up and be a little bit more aggressive.
And that's something I wanted to say. Obviously, yes, he is punishing him for cheating up towards the net, but this also forces Rune to be more deliberate with his movements. Fatchu, the key to his victory, I think, is going to be those lobs. Forcing Rune into a game of chicken and then pulling out that lob at the right moment and psyching him out. Or at the very least, forcing him to make a mad dash for it. So, nice, hey! Nice 3 lob series right there.
Ooh.
Go for it.
Rune goes right up to the net with what looked like a very dangerous place, but was able to slide up and cover all the middle ground. I think it could have been way more scary and way more dangerous than a 5 could have been in his future. But instead, Rune's able to make everything come back, and now it's tied dead even with a little bit under half the way to go.
Ooh. That's a shame.
It's just a bit awkward for that dash.
And let me tell you, like I said, I think that's one of those things that Fatchu was trying to do to Rune by picking Lawn, but it unfortunately bit him in the rear end, as it does. Rune is up 1-0, match point. Will he find his way into top 8, or will Fatchu be able to come back? It's going to be a tall order. If Fatchu's to come back, how's it going?
Ooh, very good shot. They're both covering ground very well, but Rune's got that slight edge, and that edge is gone. Maybe that's better for Rune. Maybe that slightly larger window for high-speed shots will help him. Or maybe it'll just a weird angle bounce will be enough for it. And pretty
weird
much
angle bounces. Yeah, let me tell you, weird angle bounces are definitely going to be, that's a shame. 8-12, Rune walks away with it with a close 2-0. A close 2-0. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. GG's Fatchu. Hopefully you can run it back through losers. We got plenty of action here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try and tear through most of losers off camera. And we're making a lot of headway.
Yeah, we've got one more match I want to show here in round 1.
Okay.
We had a really impressive looking match. One of the bigger players for Windjammers 2 online that you might have noticed a lot of is Rob himself. Rob himself's been making himself really well known. I think he's up in the Master class. But same way, but also in Master is Chase Tatsujin, Katsu Chase himself.
Okay.
This is like both of these players have been playing their hearts out in 2 lately, and bringing them back to 1 really will set the playing ground in very different places. But Chase plays like a very defensive, very backcourt Miller. He's going to be trying his best to just stay in control as long as he can, and that wasn't a 5 because of the physics of the game hate us. But that was a 5.
That was a 5.
Boy.
That was a 5. Well done. Do it again.
The duel of the game. But
do it again. So, Kacho Chase, as you said, a backcourt Miller. That's working out really well for him so far. He's ahead 8-3.
Rob's trying to put a lot of squeeze on him, though, giving him less time to react, trying to play up to the front of the court, but it's a big gamble, especially with somebody who's playing such solid defense all the time. And in Windjammers 1, a person being up the net typically isn't as much of a threat. Especially with Miller and his ability to be agile, Chase is able to play a game of like split-second reactions and stay alive. But good play by Chase, able to close out another clutch 5.
Now we start again. Kacho Chase definitely coming out the greater with his experience in Windjammers 1 at the competitive level. So go for it again. Into the air. Kacho Chase relying a lot on supers, not going to lie, but it seems to be working out well for him so far because it forces Rob himself to reposition according to the incoming super.
Ooh, right around him. I feel like his extra super usage is, again, more accented by how Wessel has to play versus how Miller has to play. Miller should be walking around a lot. His dashes aren't that great, don't go very far. Meanwhile, and also can make his hitbox way more stumpy. Meanwhile, Wessel, that's his bread and butter. It's how he moves around. He can barely walk. So because he's walking around more, it gives him more chances for pop-ups. But now he's throwing nothing but supersonics, which I don't know if he's trying for the pop-ups, his timing's a bit off, or he's being deliberate and just trying to do the most he can with it. And definitely on back foot, Miller's got a humongous supersonic window. So far, really well done by both players, and really well done by, Rob is doing such a good job of cheating up to the net and catching Chase out of position. Oh, just double fought that.
5-pointer, big 5, 0-8. Can Rob himself hold on to this lead? Here comes another one. He was ready for the Sonic Cutter shoot. That was a super spin off the wall, I believe. Goes for it again.
He's doing nice. Man, Rob's offense is really all over the place. I commend him for using a lot of different tools in different places and catching that. How did you catch that? But catching him just every time you want to cheat up with the net with a dash, there's always going to be a chance your opponent is going to throw it right where you were instead of where you're going, which is a big issue when that's so far away.
Right, go for it again. Off the wall, nice. Supersonic shots. Ooh. Look at these two moving around. I can't believe you caught that.
Yeah, Rob's doing a great job of when he misses, being quick to recover himself. That's one of the good things about playing up in the net is it gives you a lot of position to catch from behind, and Rob taking an unexpected win over Chase.
An unexpected win, but a hard-fought one nonetheless. Those super volleys at the end, those super returns, requires very precise timing, ladies and gentlemen. Very good gameplay to both involved. Now, Chase Tachin going to Lawn. Okay, why would this be a good pick for a Miller against a Vessel?
I feel like Chase has much more confidence in his defense. He can play backcourt and play the whole backcourt on a larger stage. Meanwhile, the narrow stage allows Rob, who's playing up at the net, playing more aggressive. Beach allowed it to be less options for him to be out of position for. Meanwhile, now there's a lot more ground that Rob's going to have to cover. So, for example, if he goes more towards the bottom left the bottom left of his area, that means his the top part is going to be way more open. Meanwhile, on Beach, you might still be able to get that with a well-placed back diagonal dash.
A well-placed back diagonal dash?
Yeah, it'll be challenging, but at least it's still within reach. Unlike on this stage where you can just be way too out of position up at the net.
Oh, absolutely. There we go again. Smoke trail following through. Back into the air again, firing another super. And again. Not quite yet. Again, tiring each other out with those supers, forcing repositions.
And catching Rob standing a bit too high. There's no way for him to have gotten to that disc. Oh, huge drop! Ah, you hate to see it. At the same time, you kind of love to see it.
You kind of love to see it because it means more Windjammers. Kacho Chase is ahead 1-0 in this game right now. It's a new set, reset score. Can he tie this up at 1-1 in terms of games? Or will Rob himself take it for himself?
Shame. So that's the problem, man. You start dashing, it's just hard to stop. But Miller's got such a tiny dashing hitbox. It's so hard to get him to stop underneath the reticle. I feel like if you just would have walked a little bit further, he wouldn't have needed to do it. But it's fine. Chase has got it's about halfway through the round. He's got a lead of 10-2. It's not looking great for Rob here. But Rob does get stage selection in the next one.
I think you're too early to write him off. 45 seconds left in the set. Anything's possible, especially because he's now at 5 points. But he does need more than just a 5.
Yep.
He's got 3.
He's doing a good job of punishing. Chase is doing something. He's playing backcourt, and that's fine. But he's playing backcourt like his opponent's also playing backcourt. The problem is sometimes if your opponent's getting too cheeky and getting into weird positions, sometimes you gotta lob him back and make him respect you. Hate to be like, you can't just play this game like this. I can't let you. Otherwise, you're just gonna have stuff like that you don't have enough time to react to. And like you said, Rob now has the lead. With only 5 seconds remaining, he might be able to just maintain it. But not if you clip the side of his arm.
It's a shame. That is such a shame. So 13-11. Kacho Chase ties it up. It's 1-1. Though this was close, this was very close. That was a 2-0 in game number 2. So obviously, this is going the distance in terms of the match.
Yeah, that is the logical choice, I'd say. I know you have a lot of faith in Miller here with his corner 5s, but Rob is doing a really good job of playing aggro, and having the narrower stage gives him more room to do so. I think that this is the right call to make, and we'll see if it pays off for him. But it does mean that with 2 5 zones, that mistakes can be a lot more costly, a lot quicker. Just like that.
Just like they were for Kacho Chase. It's a gamble, but there's a reason why I call this Miller country. Can Kacho Chase clutch it out, pull ahead and take it home?
Ooh,
or
just shouldn't have dashed. It was probably just a bad series of inputs, but
I'll tell you what wasn't though. The Sisto Psych Out, which just scored 3 points against Rob himself. So, but Kacho Chase has got to keep that same energy. You can't give Rob a chance to breathe.
You can't. Yeah, you really need to just continue to put the pressure down. Which, if anyone can do it, it is Chase Tatsugen himself. He's good at playing a full game of Windjammers. And this is a game about stamina. Your ability to play long, incredibly grindful sets that just go to task with no score is really what will make or break you as a defensive player.
Absolutely. And so far, it's proving to be quite a boon for Kacho Chase. He is on match point. Right now it's 0-0, but I think that could change right quick.
A really good job. Just a really good job by both players, just using everything. Throwing the kitchen sink at him. Rob is doing such a good job of just reminding him, like, I will keep pushing. I will not stop pushing. But it's up to Chase to recognize a way to stop it. And he's done a very good job of pretty much just saying, your power and your aggression doesn't matter.
Your mind tricks don't work on me. Ugh.
Oh, except there.
5-pointer.
Funny enough, on the easy stuff, and see, that's the big issue. You have no time to react all the way at the front of the court. You got to make that choice right then and there. And unfortunately, Chase is just a little bit too late. But ouch. Just a bad input. Not really anything else that it could be, right?
I would like to see this go the distance in terms of the game, and it does.
Yeah, we're going to a final set, final game. Yep. Nothing but 5s here from Rob on that set, which was really disastrous for Chase. Ooh! I feel like those custom supers aren't as good as Rob is hoping they are. They're kind of predictable and cover a lot of the same ground on these smaller stages.
Yeah.
I want to see more lob supers from both players, especially because Rob isn't resetting properly. Remember, Tiled's lining T is way in front of where it normally is on other stages. Because of this, if you're lining up to the correction point, which Rob keeps walking up there, a lot of those like correctly timed lob supers will go right past you. And the custom super comes to bite Rob in the ass. All Chase needs to do is catch Rob in some bad positioning and then lob super him back into a 5 zone again. But, oh no! Chase is on his back foot. This is way closer than I would have expected. Any score will be enough for Rob.
Oh god. So close, man. So close!
Oh! Ooh, good triangle dash.
And the thing is, 30 seconds left on the clock. This really could go either way.
Rob's got it by timer, but any score will do it from either player.
I'm on the edge of my seat here. 20 seconds. Fire the super lob. Another one. Fire it back. Charge up the super. Wow.
Oh, and with the Miller custom and just being a little bit out. Man, Rob himself taking Chase Tatsugen to task. Super well done.
Let me tell you, it went the distance. I am not disappointed at all, Warp. That was a spectacular match. And is that the last round 1 match we're showing?
That is the last of round 1. We got some notable pull-throughs include Club, Chase, Karaoke. We got Rune, we got Jordy, we got Coach Jam, and two people get to escape without playing just based off of DQs. But both of those players are no slouch and deserve the DQs they get. We'll be moving on to Winners 2 right now, where we'll be showing you just a little glimpse of the man, myth, legend. The French monster, the reason that we run these so quickly.
Yup.
It is, in fact, Pyrotech.
Pyrotech. We have a saying in the Windjammers community, ladies and gentlemen. God will show you mercy. Pyrotech will not. And unfortunately, Karaoke Mex is are we playing Pyrotech Karaoke or
Pyrotech Karaoke is going.
Okay.
It's yeah. Karaoke is gonna this is a wall that pretty much every Latin player has unfortunately had to meet. They're getting better amongst themselves, and that's how all communities grow. They're gonna have the best player of them, but there's always a bigger fish, and unfortunately Pyrotech, champion of EVO 2018 and 2019, really the biggest fish of them all. The only thing he's only got one dragon left to slay, and that's beating is winning a Vortex Gallery, but
yeah.
Online's weird, dude.
Wait, didn't he?
Nope.
Oh man.
Both times.
But I thought, okay, wow.
Dude, remember we had a full bracket reset. It was awesome.
Yeah, I do remember. Like I guess we have to have a title unification bout one of these days.
We'd have to have it in person, and then unfortunately, if Other End's got anything to say about it, Pyrotech wins that every time.
Aww.
But
okay.
Still though, Pyrotech is doing a really great job. I don't know how much he's been playing one. It's probably been he's probably a little bit rusty. But there's rust on an old Ford and there's rust on a Ferrari. And that Italian Ferrari, let me tell you, Biaggi's going to go for the distance. But Karaoke is holding his own really, really well. I mean, a Wessel should be able to hold Beach down. There's almost nothing from backcourt he can't catch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there really is nothing he can't catch. It's just, there will come moments where your opponent will be able to spot him. Unless you are Pyrotech. But, what a catch. He almost was able to get him with a tie at timeout, but Pyrotech continues to show dominance.
That's the worst. I can't even begin to count how many times one sneaks past me right as the buzzer's about to sound. And that's such a shame. I've been there. We've all been there. Now, Karaoke, of course, gets to look into the face of God. And one never comes out the same after that event. Now, it's funny. When Pyrotech came to Vortex Gallery 2018, it was known under a different name back then. My brother actually asked him a couple questions through Don Yan, who was translating for him. And my brother asked him, well, what do you plan to do with that belt that you just won? And Pyrotech said, I plan to take it back to France and beat the one person I've never been able to beat. And my brother was shocked because, you know, Pyrotech was the guy. But it just goes to show you there's always one better. And Latam, right now, they have been improving greatly. They're starting to be able to take some legit swings at some of our boys here stateside. But nothing prepares you for the first time you face a French player. Or, well, not really the first time. Nothing prepares you for facing a French player. I will tell you that with absolute certainty, as we're seeing right now. And that is Pyrotech 1-0 right now. In dominant fashion, as we were expecting. Ooh, boy.
Ooh, boy, indeed. Karyoka is going to go where he feels the most comfortable. There's no winning. There's no right choice.
And well, hey, there's no right choice, then there's no wrong choice either.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. You go where you feel like you should be going.
Absolutely. And remember one of the Frankie Sisto-isms. If you think your opponent is just slightly better than you, take them to a bumper stage. And many people do adhere to that advice. But, I mean, Pyrotech may be more than just a little better than the rest of us.
Dude,
but I definitely think it's a good choice here because, again, if you know those bumper interactions, you can pick off a couple easy points, as Karaoke Mex is. He's not getting perfected in this game. So, in this set, I should say. So that's, at the very least, take the moral victory.
Here in one, there's definitely a lot to be said about what you can do with Clay from up between the bumpers. Being up at the end of the bumpers means a lot of things will funnel to and from you, especially with a character like Biaggi. Some characters like Gary don't succeed so well in those positions. And yeah, Fireball's definitely made a complete, mockery of this stage by using the pressure to force opponents into playing his game. You see Pyrotech taking advantage of a lot of the positions he can get off of that, but yeah, sometimes you gotta lob him back. You gotta force him to play your game sometimes. Unfortunately, you're playing a game with a man who has basically looked at the source code and laughed, so Karaoke's doing a really swell job. I think a lot of his bumper setups have been really, really good. And if he was playing against anyone else, I feel like a lot of these shots would be going through. And sometimes just the shots do go through, you know? A little bit out of position. I think he thought his feet would have caught it. Yeah, and the bumper blender is always a challenge. It's pretty impossible.
Biaggi bumper baloney, ladies and gentlemen.
He does have it. He do. Ooh.
So, even after 4 years of commentating professional matches for this game, 4+ years of commentating professional matches for this game, some of these bumper interactions still surprise me. And now we're tied up, which of course does Karaoke no good. But Pyrotech's going to keep the pedal to the metal.
I don't think the timer is going to really be a factor here. We got to have the match still to go, and Pyrotech's still making these big, awesome strides. I think it's going to be won by points one way or the other.
Whether we want it to be or not.
And just a bit out of position. Pyrotech is showing complete dominance, but Karaoke is showing a strong performance. Hopefully he does well on the loser side of things.
I think so too. I mean, as we know, this is a pretty stacked bracket. So, loser side is going to be filled with a lot of killers. And I know we are making some headway through that bracket right now.
And we're
that side of the bracket right now.
And for sure. But and I know this looks like favoritism. I know it looks like that. But it's Club Soda versus Cacho Chase. This is the high quality round 2 match.
Absolutely. These two are relatively evenly matched evenly matched as well, I'd say.
Yeah, both of them at the same tournament, but I feel like ever since he came back from Frosty, Chase has been putting his nose to the grindstone and has been getting himself back to where he needs to be. A lot of people's performance at Frosty was a little bit impeded by the fact that 2 was out for a week and a half, and everyone was kind of playing that.
No, literally a week and a day is how long it was out. Not even a week and a half, man. The game was brand spanking new, and we saw a lot of people put some mad work in, and they're only going to keep getting better. As we're seeing right now, Club Soda, reigning Genesis World Champion, is down 8-0 against Chase Tatsujin.
Club's been playing a more aggro-focused game in both 1 and 2. a lot of that to be expected from his time being mentored by Jordy.
Yes.
He's trying to, like, Biaggi's the character to do it with a lot of just his big hitbox, his ability to dash and catch things with his feet. But the problem is it's still a high-risk kind of scenario. Especially with Chase, who's good at picking apart, like, faults and flaws. If Club isn't playing this perfectly, he's gonna get eaten alive. But that's the learning process, unfortunately. Getting out of that comfort zone of playing backcourt and moving into something a little bit more aggressive like how Mosca plays isn't easy. It's a complete, like, fighting against muscle memory. It's basically having to relearn the game from scratch. But, unfortunately, it just didn't pay out on that round, but Club still got a full another set. Windjammers doesn't have a W until you win 2 sets.
It's true.
It doesn't matter if every match goes to 11, if it could still be a 2-0.
Like, if the first game goes to 11, that usually, we regard that, shoot, uh-oh. All right, so, once again, they're measuring each other. That one sneaks past. I'm surprised that worked.
I just got distracted by, like, how weird Biaggi's, like, midriff looks. Like, what's going on in his back?
Just an Italian thing.
I suppose so. Chase is doing a really swell job. Just sometimes, like, all he's needed to do this whole game is just kind of stand his ground. Oh, what a catch! And unfortunately, Chloe hasn't been able to find a good avenue, which is definitely a struggle on beach with Chase. But all right, some points, good curve, nice and inside, and give Chase a lot of room to breathe. Just one more score will give Club the chance to come back. Good exchange up and down with the Supersonics, keeping both players in the same pressurized spot, waiting for one of them to flinch. Really a test of wills. But
Windjammers, baby.
you got it, man.
And it goes again.
Oh,
Man!
He went for the fake out. He went up to the wall, and Chase went up pursuing the wall cling and then lost track of the easy catching points. Because of that, we're going to set number 3 in this first game. Club's got a really good positioning point, and if he can just hold this to his own and not let Chase control the pacing. That's, easier said than done.
What a way to start this match. Hey!
Hate to see it. It's
And there's Chase dictating the pace.
Yep. Club was caught just a little bit outside. Now he's running back scared. Sometimes those early lob supers are enough to change how a player plays for the rest of the game. He's gonna have to slowly get back into his comfort zone and take more control. And I would have made the same mistake. Really good conversion. Oh, that was odd. I don't think I've seen Miller's curve hit the wall and flatten like that. That's odd.
There's still stuff we're learning about this game even over a quarter of a century later.
Oh, you know it, man. These physics, man, are something else. But we're down to 1 score away apiece. Chase will win on timeout, which is definitely a factor of the way he plays. But Club, with a really tricky curve, takes the lead. Looking great. This gives Chase the power of picking and also the power of attorney. Don't know what he'll do with it, but he does have it.
I'm going to tell you, power of attorney is, I don't want to get into that. But, once again, we are here to benefit the Alzheimer's Association. We are currently, where are we at? $814, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're only halfway through this week, and we've got lots of cool tournaments going into the weekend, which still lots of things to sign up for. If you want to, there's a link to that here on the donate link. There's lots of sick games coming up, including Guilty Gear Strive, and right after this, Karnov.
Wait, just Karnov, not Karnov's Revenge.
No, Karnov's Revenge. I think it is.
All right, I was about to say, because there is only Karnov.
Yeah, the NES Karnov game. Yes, we're going to play that competitively. It'll be very fun.
Hey, so, listen, that probably wouldn't stop somebody from trying.
I mean, that is the thing that the people who own Windjammers own. They don't own Fighter's History. They own just that.
That's hysterical.
Dude, rights management's hard. Speaking of management, man, Club has done an awful job of managing.
Run a Karnov's only bracket Wink, wink. Just stay tuned for that, folks.
There's a lot of Karnov.
People like Karnov, man.
Dude, Balloon. Yeah, speaking of managing, Club just really just not holding well on Stadium, which is kind of crazy. We were talking about in the last matchup that Chase was in that picking these larger stages definitely helps him over the aggro styles of his opponents, but this seems even more extreme than the one against Rob. Rob is doing a little bit more hybrid, while Club is trying to throttle the net pretty aggressively. That first set, it did not pay out for him, but big 5, big chance for a comeback.
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. Hey, look at that. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. Uh-oh. Are you able to see it warp, or are we freezing?
That's,
right.
I'm pretty sure it's just you.
Right,
yeah, I haven't dropped any frames.
Good, good,
But,
good.
but to be fair,
Well,
Discord is a stinky an application. Shout outs to
words,
Discord.
not mine.
Every time you introduce NFTs, we lose all our Nitro money.
And a little bit of our souls.
Just a little bit. But,
Well, let me tell you, it seems, wow, I can't believe that.
wow,
got
he's only
past him.
25 seconds remaining. That's huge. I wouldn't be shocked if that was the last score of the set.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, how many times have we seen a 0-0 timeout? Yeah, these guys, I'm willing to bet
Oh, good back and forth. Club's playing very scared. He's only realizing now that the timer is coming up to catch him. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Swing for the fence.
Yeah. Chase just dominating that set. Well done. All right, so this gives Club choice. I feel like he's going to probably pick either Clay or Concrete. I'd say Clay. Clay, as we said earlier, benefits an aggro playstyle very strongly. And of course, and on top of that, add the Viaggi Baloney to the mix, and your chance of winning drastically go down.
Get ready.
I see what you did there. The numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen, and they indeed spell disaster.
Ooh, that for Chase
Three-pointer.
if that momentum continues.
Absolutely. Now,
Chase is, as we said earlier, just needs to take control, take the reins. Don't let Club start dictating the pace up in the middle of the bumpers, because you can't win there.
it's true. I agree with you. Could have put it better myself. Hey,
Big
he doesn't even
5.
need to be right up against the bumpers.
Well, the threat sometimes is enough. Oh, just a little bit.
That's pretty quick.
Hey, we're-
Man.
This is a big offensive game. Both players just dropping things left and right, but these bumper interactions are crazy.
How are you getting through? Oh, God. Do it again.
Oh, my lord.
That was quick.
That was super quick.
And now it's match point for Cacho Chase. I'm surprised it's gotten this far.
I'm surprised that this last round was as aggressive as it was. It's like Chase knows that Club's going to play aggro real bad, and basically instead of trying to stop it, is just push down the aggro of his own. Which certainly is, wow, what a call out.
My God.
Oh my lord. Club has thought he had a pretty fireproof plan, but it seems like Chase has been studying. He's been looking at the tapes. He knows what he's got to do to pick this apart.
Even so, it's not over. It's 5-11. Club Soda can do more than tie this up. I can see him getting a 5 and getting a drop. I mean, do not count him out. I mean, this is the man that sent you into the loser's bracket in Windjammer's 2 top 8 at Frosty Fostings. So, like,
Oh, not if he gets it on the back of his head.
I'm a liar. I'm a liar.
He wasn't
I'm a
lying,
liar.
but yes, that's brutal. Chase
That's a
Tatsugen
hard
really
loss.
showing his stuff in this tournament. He's with that win brings him up to winners 3, the winners semis. That's going to be a hell of a game. But as it stands, it is already 9 o'clock, and we got to keep moving. So moving on to winners 3, and then we're going to take a detour into some losers.
Ooh. I mean, honestly, if everything just runs off stream, I think we can definitely watch winners losers grant. Well,
we should be able to,
I mean,
but we're gonna right now go to a really cool matchup.
I'm listening.
Now we're skipping Pyrotech Chase Tatsugen. As cool of a matchup as that probably is, this one's going to go to task. With replays, I'm actually able to tell you how long matches are, and this one's going to be a real barn burner.
TTK Jordy?
Yep, TTK Jordy. Jordy being ranked number 2 America. He is one of the strongest and best players in the world.
Yeah.
However, Trash Tier King's only reason for not being ranked that high is just due to low tournament turnout.
Indeed. And he's going to, let me tell you, with Windjammers 2, I know we're going to be seeing him much more frequently, even though he has a young child. Like, I really think we're going to see TTK more, and even if he can't show up to the quantity of tournaments, the quality of his result is going to be something else.
For sure, and this is already a great start. Oh, it's just catching the side of his hitbox. Trash Tier King gets the lead at around the halfway point. This has been a very good game, both players skating back and forth, utilizing every option available to them. Jordy has been playing a lot more aggro as well, but he definitely slides in and out of it. One of the most notable things I had playing against him back when we were playing a lot more was that he tends to play very aggressively when he's behind and there's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
The problem is that becomes obvious. You can punish him for it. Especially on bigger stages, you can lob him out and then force him to retreat. But so far, Trash Tier King's not letting him do anything at all. That first 3 was the only score he's probably going to get. Wow. Good catch. Got that back diagonal, mostly same from that one, just still holding the input he was while he was retreating. But we are out of time. A 5 would be enough to tie it, and that's about it. And that would have been maybe good enough for one, but Trash Tier King takes a dominant first game.
Even if that was a tie, that would have, oh wait, no, right, no, that was, set one. Yep. Okay, so I was about to say, because the yellow bars showed up already. So, obviously a tie awards a set to both players. In the event that TTK was already ahead, it would have been a win for him. No such luck at this time, but if he can keep up this pace, Jordy will fall by the wayside. Oh, man. So Jordy right away, sending it into the air, trying to get it past TTK. I'm not used to seeing Jordy like this, in this position. Trying to get through TTK. Look at TTK just goading the net. Cheating the net. Almost goading Jordy to come at him. Oh boy.
I think, Trash Tier King definitely has a big advantage here. Jordy's been completely out of the game for a while. He's been he's been playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which don't. As someone who is currently, don't
comment on that. I'm not going to comment. Dude, I've been tempted to download Master Duel because everybody and their grandma's playing it again, but
anyway,
listen,
unfortunately,
let me just say this. This is all I want to say. My deck was stolen like almost a decade ago. $300 worth of cards. This is back when Future Fusion was a thing. Lost my 5-headed dragon, my Dark Paladin. Every card that had a sentimental value to me. My original Pharaoh Servant Jinzo. I swore I would never play a trading card game ever again. And almost a decade later, I've held to that. So Yu-Gi-Oh can suck a lemon. And Trash Tier King is definitely showing what Yu-Gi-Oh players deserve right now. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, this is an interesting play.
I love you, Jordy.
This is interesting. I think that this is a good pick for Jordy. Giving more room for him to play defense and play on the backcourt. As we were saying earlier, these bigger stages benefit players that want to play a little bit more slow and a little bit more defensive. Trash Tier has been very aggressive, which has played really well for him so far. And I don't even know if the big stage will really make a humongous impact, but
not at all.
This is one of Jordy's favorite stages.
Well, I should not have said not at all, because as you said, yes, this is one of Jordy's favorite stages. And a lot of the reason for that is because Jordy Costa's curves are just look at how that last one just went. Okay? It can completely go from one corner of the stage to the other. And that's something Jordy is so fond of doing. But TTK's having none of it right now. Oh, boy.
Oh yeah, he was playing Fester's Quest. I forgot about that.
What game?
At the NES game, Fester's Quest.
sounds like a thing.
It certainly was. Jordy so far doing really good curves into
Sisters
this.
Quest, the Addams Family game.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm getting way too off topic. But right
Crash
now,
Tier's cheating up in ways that aren't benefiting him. Getting a little bit off the line and getting punished for it. You can see him just walking around, which really there shouldn't be an issue with it, but Jordy's recognizing it and really punishing him for it.
Showing why he's number 2 NA.
King of Tiddlywinks himself, showing us really what's for.
Where did he get that title?
He won it.
At what?
Tiddlywinks.
Oh, the game Tiddlywinks.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And
yeah,
and while we're here, I'd like to shout out Climb Cancel, his premiere event held by his friends for Catherine, which Jordy's also a very good player in. A great tournament for Windjammers and all kinds of alternative versus games. Stuff like competitive shmups, weird sports games like us, and Catherine, a competitive puzzle game, sort of.
Let me tell you, if you guys have never seen competitive Catherine, it really is something else. And just like Jordy's dominance over TTK in that last set of Lawn was something else. We're going into game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
The beach win is always big because it gives you the choice of where to go, and we're going to Tiled.
Listen, just as I always say, when you're going into grand finals from the loser's side, when you're up 1-0, it's better to be ahead than behind, man. I mean, there are some people that thrive under pressure, but just because you can doesn't mean you would rather. So, it's always better to be up than down. But being able to fight back from the back leg, that's a life skill, ladies and gentlemen. And Jordy is showing it on full display right now. We're a quarter of the way through the round. Neither player has scored yet. Jordy is up. Jordy has awoken. Oh boy.
So far, it's been just Trash Tier King's throwing those customs mostly as a neutral reset tool, giving him a chance to move up to the net and play a little bit more aggressively. It takes too long to swirl around. It's a good way for him to control pacing and time, but unfortunately, in that one instance, Jordy was close, just the right distance to punish that net placement. Another thing about pacing control is that while Trash Tier King is building some sort of pattern and repetition, eventually he'll try to deviate from it. That might have been an attempt to wall cling. In Windjammers 2, Biaggi's wall cling is way more generous away from the wall.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, one, you really gotta be up there.
You need to be right there. Still one of the best tools in Biaggi's arsenal, no matter how you slice it. And hey, look at that!
Ooh, nice slow throw, good catch. Trash Tier King controls his destiny. And with 9 seconds remaining, he's looking for something. Ooh, an out-of-sequence curve. The Biaggi custom can really get you scratching your head. And we're down to our final set here in Winners 3.
Now, let me tell you, this benefits TTK more because, well, actually it benefits them both, but I would say it benefits TTK more because Jordy unfortunately had the ability to be ahead, but now he's right back at square one. His back is against the wall. It's do or die against TTK. Not an enviable position. It goes in the air again, shoots the super lob, sends it back.
I give a lot of props to Trash Tier King for trying to attack right where he was standing. I would have also, if I was in Jordy's position, moved away. So I think that was the right call. And so far, Jordy has just been unfazed, playing that rock-solid defense. And that's really how a lot of his success has come, but a little bit off to where you needed to be.
Unfortunately, it is 5-2. TTK's ahead. Oh, no. Oh, man, that went south so fast.
That's Tiled for you, man. I know you call it Miller Country, but I think especially in 2, it's more Biaggi land.
I'm not going to comment on that because the patent is still pending, but the trademark is still pending. Pardon me. But right now these
that wall cling. Yeah.
Oh my God. 18 seconds left. Could we see a sudden death here, ladies and gentlemen? Jordy needs another 5-pointer. It's possible. He's going for it. He's swinging for the fences. Can he get it? It's
Trash Tier King! Out of position, but unfortunately it just didn't matter.
Oh, that's a shame.
Ah, so close. But really well done by Trash Tier King, who finally, I think, this might be the first time he beat Jordy in a tournament.
Oh my God, you don't. Yeah,
this promotes him up to winners finals, where he's going to be facing Pyrotech, which we will come and see in a little bit. But
that's holy crap. Yeah, I think this might have been the first time he got past Jordy. That's huge.
Okay, so we got us a little bit of time. I would like to go over just one player who I want to hone in on today.
Who?
A Karaoke Mix. As we mentioned, the LATAM community is huge for Windjammers. We love you guys so much. You're plugging way better all the time.
Absolutely. And we're happy to see you guys come out to any tournament. We're happy to see you guys lab, get better. We're glad you're here. We can't wait to see you at LAN events, because let me tell you, not only do you guys bring so much to the table, it's just amazing to see people around the world enjoying this game that we love so much. So keep chugging along, guys. We're proud of you, and we can't wait to see just how much farther you go.
We're going to watch another couple of his matches, because I think he's got some of the more interesting stuff coming around.
How much time do we have?
We got about 40 minutes. So we're going to be showing his losers game against Jordy himself.
And then we'll have time for top 3, I guess?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
This match qualifies for being, let me see if I can check our bracket. This match right here is going to be your losers 4. So that would be part of your top 8.
Top 6.
Yeah, you're correct. Top 6.
All right, yeah. Awesome.
Shoutouts to the members of our top 8. All of you guys killing it in a very stacked bracket.
Wait, karaoke in top 8.
Yeah.
Went 2-0 over Club Soda.
Yeah, he took a 2-0 over Club, which really, really well done. Karaoke's playing out of his mind today. But
this is
a lot of American players took a big break after Vortex. A few of them have been popping in and out, and then 2 especially kind of throwing people off the rhythm. But I think LATAM just kind of kept grinding.
Absolutely. And I know I'm saying that a lot, but LATAM never left, man. LATAM's trying to catch up to us, and they just might do it.
Oh man, we missed half that match because I'm a dummy. But to be fair, there was no score until I clicked over. Both players are doing a wonderful job, and that's a big 3, a big chance for Karaoke to take over. This is it's hard to say how much of Jordy's performance is rust and how much of it is just the rest of the world catching up to him. But what we'll say is Karaoke is playing really, really well. Yeah, I feel you, Trash Tier King. Two really put some weird habits in you and how you want to play it.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah, Frosty, I just straight up refused to play 2, like aside from maybe like a few casuals back when I first showed up until after I was done with the Windjammers 1 bracket. Because I don't want to be like that guy who's like, I was trying to jump.
Keep going with what you're saying. I'm just going to get caught up on Twitch chat because I think I saw something.
But going to the distance. 1 score from both sides. But Karaoke's score meant a little bit more. Really super well done.
I want to say the Smoking Peanut, loving the Windjammers. Y'all picked up the game and have been able to put it down since. That's music to my ears. Crypt Kitty can attest, climb cancel rules. Fireball reacting to what's going on. Great to be here, says the Smoking Peanut. Let's see. Ooh. Gundam Wing Endless Duel name dropped in the chat. That makes me happy. Fat Chew just told Pyrotech if he wins with Mita, Fat Chew will donate another $20 to charity.
Fat Chew, you madman. And I think I saw him agree to it.
Oh, dude, that would be amazing. Let's see.
He's got a whole bracket reset,
yeah,
and if he wants to go for it. Well, if he goes in through winners, that is.
And what, Pyrotech?
Yeah. He's got to overtake Trash Tier King, and I know that's not
That's true. That's not going to be easy.
It's not free.
It's not going to be easy at all. So, are we going to have time for honestly, we might only have time for top 3, not top 4.
We could probably pop. Actually, I could tell you right now. Here, you can just watch the match. I will figure that out for you.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll do that. So right now, Karaoke Mex is 1 set ahead of Jordy right now. 15 seconds and counting. 6-5 he's got, and he sneaks a big 5 past Jordy. Could we see Karaoke Mex take game 1 over Jordy? This is huge. Yeah, it's impossible.
Wow!
And he gets it via score.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow, that was incredible.
Not like last millisecond, Warp. So, yeah, I mean, you can argue it was timeout. You can argue it was via score. But regardless, the ends justify the means. And Karaoke Mex 1-0 over Jordy. That's huge. So, let's see where we go. From here, we go to lawn, which is, as we said, somewhere where Jordy is most comfortable.
Yeah, it's winning the all-important beach set is great, because that means that if you aren't confident in your in the full stage range abilities, right? Like if you're definitely better at narrow stages than wide stages or bumper stages over this, or your opponent has some sort of thing to get over you, you get the final stage pick.
Exactly. So, it's like I said right off the bat, Warp, it's better to be up than down. I would rather be up 1-0 than down 1-0.
Oh, for sure. It's let me tell you, from recent Frosty Fausting developments, it's definitely better just to be riding the winner's train than to have to fight through losers. Even though, you get to play more windjammers.
I still can't believe how that worked out. I had to step away before the end of Grand Finals because I had to commentate Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. But, man, it's just, let me tell you, I know it's something I couldn't do. Every time I've made Grand Finals, it was on the winner's side. And every single time, I had the bracket reset on me and I lost. So it happened. Local host, Go for Broke 2018 against Papa Smurf. Genesis 6 against Time Bones, and Keys to Ned 3 against Moosh. Terrible time. And right now, Jordy is up 1-0.
And speaking of a terrible time, man, Karaoke can't do... this is my stream. Karaoke can't do fucking shit, dude.
Yeah. I appreciate that hesitation. Thank you.
Professionalism still kicks in every once in a while. It's like, hold on. Where am I?
But it's, I mean, hey, it's for charity. So, mind your manners. But no, I agree with you. What are you supposed to do there? Score 3 points. That's what you're supposed to do. And we go again. Another, wow, that's a shame. It's what?
Ignore me. I'm just being bothered. There we go. OBS is being annoying.
Well, unfortunately, Jordy's being annoying on this stage, man. But then again, what do you expect on lawn? Karaoke Mex is just, this is, go for it again. Oh, wait, he didn't go skidding. He just missed. That's the worst.
My lord. And a rare appearance from Mystery Champions the Grand. Calling out Uncle Fester out here, coming out of the retirement home to throw some discs.
Ooh, that would be cool. And, oh, that was so close.
Jordy's bringing it to a grind. He he's pulling the pace away. Karaoke's playing very aggro, but nah, I ain't gonna do that.
It's, that's a shame. And that's a 2-0 on lawn. So now we're 1-1. Karaoke Mex, however, as you said, Warp, has the third stage counter pick, which could be crucial. Which will be crucial, I should say. Now, one thing I need to say, like many sports, a good Windjammers player dictates the pace. Like Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a boxing ring. You gotta dictate the pace. If you cannot re-dictate the pace, if you are forced to play your opponent's game, omae wa mou shinderu.
Yeah.
So
I do have the answer for you, my friend. We are going to just be looking through our top 3.
okay, I figured because I definitely want. Oh, that's a shame. 5-8. But you know what? This is definitely a good match to watch. Latam coming out. We're happy to see you guys. Latam hanging with Jordy.
Karaoke's doing fantastic.
This is actually huge.
Yeah, the gap is getting smaller all the time. Communities are coming together, and we're getting some real champions coming out from every corner of the earth. Windjammer is an international game, just like it is inside Windjammers.
Indeed. Like, it's just, dude, Latam, Australia, France, of course, Spain, USA. Is there any way we can get Japan over here, too?
It would be nice if we could get some of those folks out of there. We're big fans of them, but it's
Absolutely.
certainly hard this time of year. In this specific year.
Oh, yeah, because, okay, yeah, it's, as always, our thoughts are with our friends across the Pacific.
Our friends everywhere, man. It's
East.
just been a rough couple years, but things are going to come back to normal soon or later. Probably sooner, honestly.
I hope so, dude, because I know we have CEO coming up, and of course, I imagine Vortex. God.
Yeah, Vortex coming up a little bit later in the year. We got Combo Breaker more than likely. We got that Chicago local. We got so much coming up for us. But right now, the only thing coming up for Karaoke is jack shit. It's been half a round, and neither player's been able to put a score on the board, which benefits Jordy immensely. Okay, so that was bad, but worse. But it could have been worse.
If it was a 5, it would have been.
Yeah, and it only was a 3 because of the bad dash placement. When you get slid into the net, it looks for your collision box and not the discs. That Slob Super would have been a 5 if Wessel wasn't diving at it. And because of that, now Karaoke has a lead where he would have had it tied otherwise.
Right. And a tie would most certainly not be good enough. But now the question becomes, can he hang on to that lead for 15 seconds?
There's that choke up that I was talking about. Jordy's forcing the game to be more aggro. They're creating a bubble with each other. As one moves out, the other one goes. But big punish!
As I said, Warp is setting the pace.
That's what I'm saying, man. Jordy's going to come up to the net every time, and he's going to play really aggressive. If you can punish him for doing it very predictably, then you can force him back and force him to play your game again.
Again, I need to state it cannot be understated the magnitude of a Latin American player going the distance against Jordy, a player who for the longest time was untouchable in the Western Hemisphere in North and South America. He was untouchable by anybody other than Santa with muscles. So this is
And if there's
huge.
any tournament to do it, it would be Alexalchemy's charity thing, where
Absolutely.
Where the Latam comes to shine.
Latam, we are glad you guys are here. And,
Glad you guys love Neo Geo and Kasoge so much.
Thank God. And he's got that lead. 45 seconds and counting. Can Karaoke hold on to it, or will Jordy come back?
Oh man, this is gonna come down to the wire. Karaoke just needs to play a rock solid defense.
Remember, you can't prevent your opponent from winning. You got to keep trying to lengthen that lead. 30 seconds.
I don't know, Frankie. I think quite the opposite. I think there's no way to guarantee any point will go through. You just got to keep on pressuring and just hope to God that you can hold it.
Right. So, but the thing is, if you can keep pressuring your opponent to maybe they screw up, you keep lengthening that lead. But now, could we see a sudden death?
Not with a miss input. It really came down to the wire. Great game, Karaoke. GG's, my friend.
That's a sin.
But
yeah, GG's indeed. That was
is
absolutely
free.
Wonderful. Wow.
And nothing is ever free. But Jordy goes on to go into losers round 5, our losers semis, and beating out Chase Tatsujin to go on. But
Hello?
to find out who he meets.
Yo.
I was watching that. Wasn't that supposed to be Wait, that was Trash Tier King, right? Or am I...
No, that was like that was a losers semis.
Yes.
Lo-
Jordy
loser
versus
semi-
Karaoke
Oh.
Mix.
Yeah, we're
I'm
we're
sorry.
a curated highlight show.
Yeah, I thought I was behind. Alright, just making sure.
You're good.
But yeah, here's a reminder, guys. I know you guys are having fun, especially if you're watching like both the KOF tournament and this one at the same time. We're all having a great time, right? But just remember that we are all doing this for a really great cause, which is of course the Alzheimer's Association, which you guys don't know is a non-profit which helps out people with dementia and their caregivers, which is a cause that's really important to me, or near close to me rather. So, as you guys can tell, especially thanks to the Windjammers tournament, we have raised a total of $814 so far. Can we get a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen?
And counting, and this is going on for the whole rest of the week, right?
Yeah, and we have a crap ton of games. We're just on the halfway point, but still plenty of games to come. Just to let you guys know, as a bit of an advertisement, we do have Cardinals event. Registrations are still open for just a tiny bit, I believe. So if you guys are interested, please go to the event page. I think you guys have a link for that, right?
I can grab it right now.
Yeah, you'll go do that. But yeah, we have a crap ton of games. Tomorrow we have Art of Fighting 3. What else do we have? Let me check. Yeah, that's gonna be some good shit. Which is gonna be hosted by my good friend Detective Parks. That's gonna be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then later at night, our second game is actually gonna be one of my all-time favorite puzzle games, Puzzle Bobble, baby. Hosted by my good friend Color D. That's gonna be at 7:30 p.m. EST. And we're not done. We have a busy night ahead of us because 30 minutes afterwards, it's gonna be Don Kuga, which is of course hosted by Polar Bear at 8 p.m. And then 30 minutes after, my friend Crab comes in with Capcom versus SNK2, Mark of the Millennium 2001, hosted by my good friend Crab. We have plenty of games tomorrow, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that, but feel free to register on the event page to sign up for all the shit we have. And yeah, please keep donating, guys, and let's make sure you beat Alzheimer's ass permanently. Thank you.
Please, can we? Alexalchemy, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who's contributing to this great cause. Like I said, I've been touched by Alzheimer's. My grandfather and mother's side, I lost him to that in the, I want to say it was a couple days before Christmas Eve, 2006, if I remember right. It is a horrific disease and one that I would not wish on anybody. I mean, trust me, I got a lot of enemies. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. So donate if you can find it in your hearts and in your budget. Donate, because together, hopefully, as Alexalchemy said, we can kick Alzheimer's rear end. I would certainly appreciate if we never had to see that disease in this world again. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for contributing. We're winding down here, ladies and gentlemen. We are in winners finals right now. We have Pyrotech versus Trash Tier King. And Trash Tier King is trying to put up a valiant effort, but it is 0-0 right now. But Pyrotech is ahead. Can he maintain that lead?
Yeah, that was rough. Trash Tier is just, as we were saying earlier, God will show you mercy, Pyrotech will not. Trash Tier's knife is getting a little bit dull. Windjammers 2 all the time, having to switch back basically like a day's worth of practice. You're going up against the man who has slain 1,000 frisbees. A man whose skills do not depreciate, and a man who probably has been on sabbatical from 2 since he played it a bunch during development.
Yeah, and it's funny because, you know, he's slayed several discs. He's slayed 1,000 discs. I've seen at least half of them. He's not joking. So they were friends of mine too, but I know my place in this world. Pyrotech, it's just whether he's been at the top of the Windjammers 1 heat for so long. It's just like riding a bike for him, I imagine. And right now he's just, TTK is putting up a fight. Don't get me wrong, but just because you know what Pyrotech is going to do doesn't mean you're able to stop him.
Yeah, Yeah, it's always going to be the issue. Coming to Clay for these Biaggi mirrors, it's
risky.
We've talked about it before. No one has practiced this stuff more. This guy is an absolute legend. And he's spent a bunch of time practicing in the lab. Shout-outs to, I love to give shout-outs to him every time we do something like this. Beyond my man, the myth, the legend, creator of multiple different fighting games, training modes, and building one for us, which has been one of the most beneficial things to practicing out these kinds of shots. It has been super helpful to be able to reset and have unlimited shots and walking with a disc, lining up things up to a certain frame point and learning more about how this game functions. Pyrotech did it all the hard way, and you definitely can tell that he's got so many more setups and plans. A lot of us who have just kind of had to force it, like brute force it.
He's put in the time. A lot of us have put in the time, but there's a reason why he is the 2-time Anime champion, and he wins the vast majority of the brackets we have online. Here comes TTK again, throwing that into the air, reflecting it back. Nice super lob volley right there.
I'm sorry for interrupting here, but
Go ahead.
Warp Whistle, I see you. $25 donation by Warp Whistles himself.
Oh,
You think I didn't know this? Oh my goodness. And with the message, have you heard of Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, it's this really great game made by Xbox where you see if these nuts get fit in your mouth. He left!
Get ready.
Warp, that was... I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So...
Yeah, so...
Alright, so...
Traxxer King's really in a shitty situation. 2 down, Pyrotech has all the leverage in the world, and unfortunately it just seems like it's not really going to be a place to be.
Have you heard of Sea of These Nuts in your... Oh my god. That one set me reeling for a little bit. So, why is D's Nuts a thing?
In general, I don't know.
Alexalchemy's charity thing?
I don't know, it's been going on for days. Apparently he's just been driven completely mad by it.
That's a sin.
I mean,
I feel bad because he put on such a great event, but, I mean...
I love you. I love you, man. Thanks for putting up with our bullshit.
It's just, my god, like I said, I'm impressed. I'm just absolutely impressed. Now, let's see. Now we're back in 2-0 Pyrotech, unless I'm hallucinating. Yeah, 2-0, and now he's up 1-0. 80 seconds into set number 2. TTK's just trying to make something work, but again, just because you know what Pyrotech's going to do doesn't mean you're going to be able to stop him.
Absolutely. There's only so many options on these narrow stages, but...
Yeah.
So? You know what I always am impressed by is just how effortless his conversions look.
Yes.
He just dash back. It's like, a lot of players would get them, they'd get back, probably throw some back diagonal because they're still holding the input. Pyrotech holds the stick for as long as he needs to, and then releases it, and then is able to completely counter with the proper option every single time, or almost every single time. And, that's huge. Those, erasing those little mistakes are really what's going to make the difference.
Oh! Let me tell you, every single time I feel like I have any words for what Pyrotech can do, I always find myself at a loss for them because I'm always so impressed by just how he always manages to set the bar so high, regardless of the competition. It's now mathematically impossible for TTK to come back, but he's still going to go down swinging.
Yep.
I respect it.
Good on Pyrotech for really just reminding everyone that he still is the king. Here's a fun fact. Pyrotech came home from a work trip to do this.
What? Really?
He came home early.
to participate in Alexalchemy's charity thing.
Because primarily because he didn't want TTK to win.
Wow! Talk about defending your throne. Jesus. Now, I do need to ask, is the rest of the bracket done?
No.
We just haven't.
Losers Finals is apparently a barn burner among barn burners.
Crap. All right, so we might run a little overtime, but
we'll be close, and I think that's really all we could ask for. And honestly, I'm glad. Shout outs to everyone who showed up. You're all great. Thanks to everyone who's donated. You're all amazing.
And especially thanks to our French overlord Pyrotech. Praise be his name. We know it's late, but we thank you for coming out to stomp on our hopes and dreams. So, man, what a freaking good tournament this has been. Windjammers, the international game of pettiness. And that's, my God, blame Coast Jam for this stuff. I mean, Coast Jam can blame D's nuts, I'll tell you.
But fair.
Yeah, indeed. Now, one thing I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to get as many people as possible to play this game. Me and Mohawk Mike are talking to a bunch of people. We're trying to make stuff happen with Windjammers 2 at the Esports Arena in Las Vegas. I'm trying to make Windjammers 2 happen at Genesis 8. I really want it to happen at EVO. If there's any way we can get Pokemon's attention, or her friends to get Pokemon's attention,
All right, ladies and germs, we will continue to fight for our game as long as we can.
We need to.
But we have got a special treat.
Special treat. Do tell.
Losers Finals. Trash Tier King versus Jordy, the rematch.
I can't wait. Let's see it, baby.
Yep.
The run back.
Jordy's warmed up. Jordy has gone off a very tight match with Karaoke Mex, beat up Chase Tatsujin, and is here to fight Trash Tier King again. Gone all this way to come across the same guy who sent you packing the first time. Can Jordy overtake and remind us all he's still America's number 2? Or will...
Isn't that just poetic justice in a bracket? My mom once said to me when I was younger, the ones you step on the way up are the ones you'll see on the way down. Trash Tier King stepped on Jordy to get into Winners Finals, and now he's got to see Jordy in order to go back up. Can he do it? Right away, we're walking into this. 42 seconds left on the clock. Trash Tier King with a decent enough lead. Jordy needs a 5 to go ahead. He would not be able to tie it up easily otherwise. But this is one heck of a game. 30 seconds left. TTK doing good. Jordy working off that rust, trying to fight his way back through. Oh boy.
Unfortunately, the timer is starting to become a serious factor. Trash Tier King is playing a really good game of defense, which is certainly helping him out while Jordy's trying to push up net. As I mentioned before in the last match, there's this tendency for this little bubble to form between you and your opponent, where you both have this comfortable amount of reaction time. And Trash Tier King has definitely used that to his advantage to give himself plenty of room and plenty of time to react to everything Jordy wants to throw.
Oh, all right. Do it again. There we go. Send those curves. TTK's ahead 1-0. Super spin comes out again, goes in the air, goes for another super spin. It's reflected. Jordy relying very heavily on those super spins. Goes for it again. I wonder, wait, just a second.
So far, it's been almost half the game, and no scores have been thrown from either side.
Watch that commentator's curse. You know it's coming eventually. But a tie right now would benefit TTK.
Stinks.
It definitely does.
Oh, you hate when you commit to a dash, you do everything you think you do right, and you just push the dash button just a little bit before.
I think we've all been there, done that, my man. It sucks, but right now, we're tied up, and again, this benefits TTK sends out that Biaggi super, gets nothing for it, but a repositioning of Jordy, and definitely a footsies game here. This is a game of ties.
And unfortunately, Trash Tier King really, really needs an escape, but he's just not finding it. He's trying to force Jordy back to give himself some breathing room, but it's nothing. And that's Beach for you. There's just only so many ways that this can go. And with only a few seconds remaining, it's just going to come down to it.
That's a win for TTK. So that's 1-0. Now, as we said, this is a barn burner. Mild spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, but that means we're in for a treat. That's a good thing.
Jordy has been really, really good on lawn today.
Ready.
Well, let me tell you, Jordy's always good on lawn, because like I said, those Costa curves just work so well on lawn and stadium. Obviously, it's an easy counter. It's a go-to counter pick for him, because those curves are a weapon that no other character has among the roster.
Yeah, it's those deeper, more interesting curves are definitely benefiting Jordy, which he's got so much time and practice here. He's been throwing those out like long before we had Fight K2. Back in the dark days when we had to play on a really, really crappy application that kind of hated everything after Windows 7. Those dark days are not that far behind us.
But still, it's the fact that we don't have to deal with that for Windjammers 1 anymore is definitely a good thing. You usually don't realize you're in the dark ages until the Renaissance comes along. So, but right now, Jordy is definitely in the Renaissance against TTK, trying to tie this up 1-1. Right now he's down 1-0. Nice lob forcing TTK to go back towards his goal. Uppermost corner, he made a mad dash and he did it. And now we got super exchanges, the bread and butter of the spectator sport of this game.
It's
Still,
unfortunately it's just too late. Trash Tier King just couldn't get anything going until far too long into the set.
it's Jordy on lawn for you.
Oh, for sure. It's fun to think about the fact that like you can play this game so defensively. Like they were talking about it in the documentary they made for 2. Windjammers 1's one of the greatest features is the fact that pretty much every disc that's thrown in your direction, if you are properly back there, there's nothing your opponent can throw that you can't receive.
Yes. And that's definitely one of the best things about it, because there are so many games, not just in the FGC, but in general, you make a mistake and you have to watch your opponent play for 30 seconds. It's just, Windjammers is so great because you can be active at all times, and, as Delaware says, it is never over.
It's interesting comparing this to a lot of other fighting games. This game eats away at your stamina. It requires constant, extreme focus.
Oh! And if you lose that focus, even for a second, you get beaten 12-0 by Trash Tier King. That's another big one. Ugh. No idea where this is going to go. But an uncharacteristic misstep by Jordy brings us to set number 3.
That was very strange.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's free, nothing's certain, and nothing's guaranteed, but
True.
It just seemed like, for just a little bit there, Jordy just completely fell off his face.
I've been there. It's happened to me plenty of times. Obviously, I am not yet a player of Jordy's caliber, in all sincerity, but that's...
Well, you know how you get there, don't you, Frankie?
By practicing.
By practicing.
I was hoping it was by whacking you in the back with a steel chair to where you couldn't make the tournament.
That'd be very hard. It's a very tall target.
You're a big target. You're hard to miss.
You got me there.
Waiting for, if you thought what I did to Minimont Mackay World Cup 2019 was bad, my God. Just wait till you see what I have in store for you.
And you think that was bad, just look at that.
13-0.
And Jordy
Lucky
just
number
completely
13.
fell off the horse and then just was like, what? Twiddlywinks. Jordy's hair.
Tiddlywinks.
You're just spinning around and remember, like, all right, Windjammers.
All right, I'm playing Windjammers. Jordy, real name Jake Bartkowiak, good friend of mine. I remember when I first met him.
People on stream, Frankie. Jeez.
I wasn't doxing. Oh shoot. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm not gonna make a like whatever, but
I mean, it's crazy. Warp. After all these years, I still don't know your real name.
dude, I've told you multiple times. It's Warpington, Jasper, Harold, Quentin Smith. Whistles.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, whistle stop.
No, yeah, it's Warpington, Jasper, Harold, Quentin, Whistle Smith.
That's actually that's pretty awesome. Okay. Well, Warpington. We call him Warp for short. But either way, I met Jordy a couple weeks before Frosty Fausting's 2018, and he mopped the floors with me, and that was the beginning of his rise. And he's basically been at or near the top ever since. And we're seeing right here, he's matching Trash Tier King blow for blow, a player who is so
hot right now.
Powerful. Yeah. He's so hot right now. Trash Tier King. He's so hot right now.
It's funny. TTK, for being as good as he is and for being as disruptive, I want to give context to people who aren't around the scene very much. Jordy, Pyrotech, Santa with Muscles. These people have been playing this game now for a long time. Pyrotech has been here for quite a while. Trash Tier King picked up the game, I believe, around the time of the first Windjammers 2 beta. He has put in so much time and effort. So much work. He is some of the most playtime on Fight K2. And
I got it. Go ahead.
And just the fact that we are we're kind of selling Jordy as a bit of the underdog here. I mean, mind you, it's because Trash Tier King sent Jordy to losers, but
Correct.
that's absurd. We've spent the hierarchy in America has been pretty much rock solid up near the top.
Yes.
Santa, Jordy, Crypt Kitty, but few people, and then Fireball. But a few people have taken some matches over pretty much all of them except for Santa, and even Trash Tier King has gotten some pretty cheeky sets off of him, online, outside a tournament. Trash Tier King is here to completely rock America and maybe even one day rock the world. I am so excited for how all of this is going down, and oh my lord! We got a little bit over halfway left in this set, and it's really, with that one game, it's up to Trash Tier King to try to establish himself in this one. That 5 points is menacing, but I don't think it's going to mean enough.
No.
Jordy needs at least one other score to make a meaningful impact, especially when Trash Tier King holding up at the top of the net, waiting a little while, and going with a nasty curve that everyone would expect to hit the wall. Completely throwing Jordy's timing out the window, and generally making him confused and questioning himself. And now Jordy, stuck on a back leg, cannot pick lawn.
And that... So it's one... Okay.
It's 2-1.
Yeah. 2-1. Now, I gotta say, by the way, I was looking at your stream for a second, Warp, and that is the cleanest I've ever seen Windjammers 1 look. I don't know what you're doing, but it's absolutely beautiful.
I put just the tiniest little smidge of scan lines.
Get ready.
Here's the thing. And I'm going to try to make this brief because we've got a really good game going on behind us.
Yes, we do.
But scan lines do a lot for how images blur and interpolate between each other. Windjammers and other games of its caliber use scan lines in the way to design spriting. Things are supposed to be a little bit curved and a little bit not hard edges whenever possible.
Right.
Problem with a lot of scanline filters is that they put way too much harshness on the edges of the screen. They just throw these hard lines over everything that makes everything look dark and weird. Fortunately, our wonderful emulator has just a slider. You're able to put as much as you want, and this is as sharp as she looks.
Wow. And it's pretty darn sharp, ladies and gentlemen. Shoutouts Fight K2. You guys are the reason why we got through the pandemic mostly intact. I appreciate that.
Shoutouts to Tony Cannon. Shoutouts to Final Burn. And to this day, shoutouts to Powen And
Yes.
the original Data East staff for building us a game that looks this pretty.
And this pretty 20-some years later.
Ages like a
Like-
fine wine.
Never gets old. And I'll tell you right now who's never getting old. TTK is staying in the goal, forcing Jordy to cheat forward, forcing him to try and play aggressively.
So
but it's
this is one of the
Go ahead.
only times I've seen in modern in recent memory that stadium over lawn has made a meaningful impact. The expanding and contracting 5-point zone has made it so a lot of Jordy setups that work on lawn for cheap and easy 5s just only give out 3 points, which is massive when we're looking at things like this 5-3 win. This could have been a tie if this was on lawn,
yeah.
but instead we're keeping it nice and Steven.
That's very cash money of you, Warp.
It is all on Trash Tier King. He's got the game up. He's got the setup. He just needs to keep his momentum going. And catching those with the edge of your fingertips is really going to help you.
All right, go for another one. You could have gotten that with a jump. Why didn't you jump? But let me tell you, that's a
Players aren't
problem. A lot of
slapping
us-
enough.
Yeah. It's crazy because I do feel a lot of people who jumped in at Windjammers 2, they have a much easier time adopting the new mechanics, whereas a lot of us are still like playing Windjammers 1 with an A button and a B button. And again, that Costa curve gets 3 points past. Jordy is back in this game.
It was that same thing. He let Jordy get up to the net. He threw it right back at him, and he let Jordy dictate the pace. Unfortunately, doing that gives your opponent, you can get stuck in animation locks or just generally not be able to get to the other side if your opponent catches it with that much time. But a tie is good enough for Trash Tier King to take it here. With only 20 seconds remaining, it's something he can maintain, especially if he keeps lobbing Jordy back. Remember, you don't have to score again, Trash Tier. You can win here. Just don't. It's up to you to control the game. And he's doing a pretty good job of forcing Jordy to go back, going slower, making him work for it. And in the end, that time management is going to be what gives him the W.
A very healthy W, ladies and gentlemen. ETK, for the second time, goes over Jordy and finds his way back to the altar of Pyrotech in Grand Finals. The last match of the Windjammers tournament at Alexalchemy's Charity Thing 4 is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. We've come this far.
I'm going to take a peek at where it is. It's currently in progress.
I thought we were playing it live.
I screwed up. But no, it's fine. Things are going. We should have a replay ready for you very soon. This will give us one last chance. Hey, you. Out there.
Me?
Yeah, well, not just
Who?
you. Everyone out there in the
Frankie?
chat. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming in and supporting. If you want to support some more, which I'd really appreciate it, we have a donation link here, which isn't popping up. Come here. For this match, there it is.
Oh, you guys done?
No, not yet. The grand finals is
not
wrapping
yet.
up, and then we will be showing the replay.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Grand finals is wrapping up, and then
Finals is going on right now.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to show the replay of Grand Finals because we showed the replay of Losers Finals while that was going on. But Grand Finals may very well be a quick one.
Really
Yeah,
now?
we're going to have it going right now. I'm not going to say anything about it. It isn't quick. It's definitely a good, long Windjammers game.
Okay.
Keep in mind, we had a
once you
15-minute
guys-
game going on that whole time, buddy.
Oh, damn.
What's-
Well, just to let you guys know, once you guys are done here, please be sure to raid Flinju, which we are almost starting Karnav's Revenge.
Yeah!
Nice.
Right after this, we'll be tuning in everyone over to Karnav's Revenge, who we will, everyone in chat, make sure you raid with the word Balu.
Balut! Yeah, yes, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. Beautiful.
Hello.
And,
There's something I want to say, Alex. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Balloon D's nuts.
Stop!
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I fucking hate you.
I love you too, my friend. I couldn't resist. So go ahead with what you were going to say.
Okay, it's nothing. It's just that it says KOF 2002 is now in grand finals right now. It was a long bracket, 64 players.
You guys got through
lots
that
of
hella
reviews.
quick.
Yeah, we certainly did. It was just a lot of people who didn't sign up for the Discord. That's probably why. But we had some good ass KOF, that's for sure.
That's
I mean,
great.
hey,
Yeah, I was seeing some of that
I'm
round one
watching-
stuff. It was awesome.
yeah, exactly. Like it's just KOF such a deep game, man. Even if it's like broken as vanilla 2002. And as a matter of fact, I'm watching your stream, the Karnov stream, and the KOF 2002 stream all through multi-Twitch at the same time.
That's awesome.
Yep, that's technology for you, and especially for tomorrow, I highly recommend you put Puzzle Bobble, CVS2, and what else? And Dankuga on multi-Twitch, because that's certainly gonna be simulcast, essentially. But yeah, I'll leave you guys to this grand final set. Enjoy.
Thank you, Alex, my man. So once again, the Matcherino, our charity donations, we are still at $839. Again, Batchu said if Pyrotech wins this tournament using Hiromi Mita, he will donate another $20, which would bring us to $859. That's kind of cool.
That's real good, guys. I mean, let's get it up to 1,337.
I observe it. That should be our new goal.
It's a good goal.
It's a very good
So
goal.
let's talk about the match. As we mentioned, Pyrotech was forced onto Mita. Now, for most people, that would be a real issue. But I don't think there's a better Mita player out there than either Pyrotech or Other End.
Yeah, you would be correct.
On the Mizumi, which is still a big work in progress, our example match is a mirror of Other End versus Pyrotech because it's one of the best examples of this character in action. As you might not have seen her much in a lot of your playing of Windjammers, some of you guys out there, Mita is the lightest character in the game by a country mile. She has a great walking speed. Her throw speed is mediocre. Oh yeah, Danya. I don't know. I think like in a head-to-head, I think Pyrotech might be able to take it. But I'd have to see. That'd be really cool though. I'd pay to see that.
Anya Pyrotech Mita mirror.
Yeah, I'd
That would
pay
be
to
cool.
see that.
So keep going.
But Mita has some of the most sharp and weird curves in the game. They're very pronounced and they're very harsh. And you'd think that would mean that she's got a lot of good field presence, but unfortunately, because they're so harsh and so drastic, a lot of them just kind of hit wall about mid-stage, especially on beach, which forces you to have to play a game of net cheating. Fortunately, light characters are usually pretty good at playing a little bit around the whole stage, as they can walk around pretty quick, but to play Mita, you basically have to play flawlessly. To take advantage of all of her good quirks, you really need to be doing everything right. Yeah, in 2, Raposa is lighter, but he doesn't have as many benefits as... Mita's got a cool trade-off for being light, and that is how pronounced her curves are and how good her super custom is. I don't think Zhao has as much going for him.
Oh, and speaking of the super custom, there we go.
Yeah,
Scores a nice clean three-pointer for Pyrotech. He's up 0-6 right now.
Yeah, the
Doing
lightning
pretty good.
wave is a monster of a super. How it engages with walls is really hard to perceive. It can do like small waves into big waves, or it can or if it misses the wall, it goes to the kind of a predictable just sine wave pattern. There's a lot going on there, and it's something you have to pick up pretty quick on the fly. Like, see how they hit that wall and just really refracted, going up a lot higher?
Yup.
If it was a lot faster, I don't know if Treacher King would be able to react to it on time.
And here we go again. Reflect that super 3. We had 3 back and forth
Oh,
right there.
wonderful
and
use of the
Pyrotech-
Mita curve.
That's a shame. So 0-12. Pyrotech is up 1-0, and Pyrotech has winner's advantage, ladies and gentlemen.
There's a lot of things to consider here for TTK. Primarily, I don't know how much experience he really has fighting Mita. That's a hard one when you're like fighting one of the best players in the world with a character. When you got very little basic experience with her. That right there is one of Mita's best perks, and same with Miller. You're able to really get back. Those short, quick dashes are able to really make up for a lot of errors in placement. You're smart enough to utilize the I don't know how he caught that. I know it's probably because he was already standing there, but come on.
In the words of Doctor Strange, Hiromi Mita is a subject about which we know frighteningly little. So we're still trying to learn a lot of the ins and outs of the character. Warp Whistle spent a lot of time as he was getting to work on the Mizumi. He spent a lot of time working with her to see how she worked under the hood. Very unique character.
Yeah, her and Wessel both stand out in the roster as something that has a little bit more of like there's something that really sets them apart. Like instead of Windjammers 2's characters, a lot of them new ones fit along a gradient of like weak to strong, and it really makes Wessel show around and a little bit Mita too, because both of them have something way drastic and different. Like with Mita and her absurdly sharp and drastic curves, and of course our wonderful players.
Wow.
Shout outs to Nintendo and KOF. You guys did a wonderful job, and we'll be wrapping up real soon and sending you off to Carnop. But first, welcome to our grand finals game. Pyrotech on winner's side. We've got us a hell of a game going on so far. Pyrotech has been incentivized to use what is widely considered the hardest to use character in the game. With if he's able to win as her, they will receive $20 for charity.
And that will bring our total up to $859 when that happens, ladies and gentlemen. And we are objectively halfway there at this rate. If Pyrotech can run another 3 sets, he will walk away with this tournament and the gold. So we're going in once again. Hiromi Mita with those curves. Just TTK is on his back leg.
Oh.
Pyrotech dictating the pace. 0-3. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Another... Okay, so TTK manages to sneak in 3 of his own, tying it up, but a tie will not be good enough. We are 1 minute left in this game. In this set, pardon me. So...
That was bad, but it could have been worse. I'm glad that it didn't get into the 5 zone off that bumper interaction. And wow, a weird, rare, read mistake from Pyrotech, who normally would react to that kind of thing. But he chose to try to, Trash Tier pulling the pace out and just slowing down the game a little bit was enough to catch Pyrotech with a twitch. And yeah, good choice to send him back from the net. This lob battle, though, is Pyrotech being like, no, I have the point. I get to dictate what's going on.
He's setting the pace. Setting the piece with Mita.
Not an easy thing to do. In fact, that's a great example of Mita's biggest shortcoming. Her hitbox is awful. It is the worst in the game. And especially while dashing. It's very, Mita dashes forward with her legs, unlike everyone else who dashes forward with their arms. This causes Mita to have the smallest and thinnest of all of the dashing hitboxes.
Wow.
Because of this, you're going to find that walking with Mita is generally what you want to be doing unless you're really sure you know where you're going.
So, was that changed in Windjammers 2?
I can't see hitboxes.
Yet. If a genie was going to grant you 3 wishes, would one of your wishes be to see hitboxes?
No, it'd be better rollback.
Okay. That's a good wish. But right now, I know TTK has got to be wishing for more points against Pyrotech, and he's right now he's doing all right. If he can get a 5, he'll tie this up.
That curve super was really well caught. With that way it refracted off the bumper, I'm surprised at how often he's able to pop these up. I mean, I know it's Pyrotech, but still, Mita's got no room for error.
Yeah.
And see what I mean? Just a slight push the button wrong. I think even a slightly larger character would have been able to compensate with that. But just right around it. Oh boy. Ooh.
Do it again. There we go.
30 seconds. It's all on Pyrotech.
Slowing down that pace. I'm surprised he didn't go for the super lob.
Good center bumper. But Pyrotech still is only a 5 away from tagging it. And now any score will do it from either party, aside from a lob drop, of course, which may actually be a big factor here. Pyrotech may try to completely slow down the game. If I was Trash Tier King, I would abandon all hope of lobbing here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that gave him no room to work with, and it wouldn't have mattered if he dropped that.
Well, if he dropped it, it would have been a tie.
It would have been a
taken
tie.
us to sudden death. But obviously, you don't want to put yourself in that situation. It's better to put him down right then and there rather than give him another chance to fight another day. So it worked out for Pyrotech. He is now up 2-0.
Yep, and we go to Tile, a very popular map today.
Why do you think TTK would want to go to this stage?
I think
Why would
Trash
this
Tier
benefit
King,
him?
well, feels like if anything's going to win him a game, it's going to be his defense. Mita is an uncomfortable zone to play defense with, and if he can slow down the game and give him the power to sneak past him with some uncomfortable and some weird, it's so much easier to make a mistake as Mita than like Wessel or a medium character.
I feel that.
Honestly though, probably had nothing to do with that. It was probably just the stage he wanted. He felt like the most
Wow,
comfortable.
how did that sneak past?
Sometimes, man, sometimes you push the dash button a little bit before you get there.
And now Pyrotech is on tournament point. We're making pretty good time, all things considered.
Yeah, for sure. Big
God.
I would have considered the wall cling, maybe even just a little bit slower, but even still, I think Pyrotech from where he was standing had enough time to react to it and he could throw it out at him. And that's a lightweight character thing. You can just kind of dance around the stage if you've got the confidence to make it back. That sucks.
Yeah. That is, unfortunately, at this stage of play, that is crippling. 3 points, even though we're about a third into the game, we've seen that once you get to this level of play, how many matches end in timeout.
Weird wall
And
bounce
now-
again. As I said, it's just so hard to get a grasp on where Mita Super is going to go, because whether or not it hits the wall, it goes the complete other half of the court. Good time management, but I feel like if you're going to wait that long, you just got to go for the straight. Otherwise, it's not going to be good enough. Your opponent, like, if you're throwing those wide diagonals like that, which I'm pretty sure he just wasn't sure what to do, your opponent's going to have enough time to dash, miss, and go back and catch anyway. I think, you know, I know it's never over, but
Never over.
yeah, it's
over.
Thrasher can kind of admit a defeat there.
That is tournament, ladies and gentlemen. That's Trash Tier King falls 3-0 to Pyrotech, our grand winner. And Fat Chew, I hear the sound of his wallet opening.
Yep, I came here just in time, baby. Let's
Yes,
see
you
it.
did.
Let's see it. And he did it. Wait, no.
He did.
Wait. Oh, wait. Yo,
Yes, he
Fat
did.
Chew. Wait, is that his account?
That's
Yo,
it.
Fat Chew, yep. Vive la France!
Vive la France!
Oui, croissant. Congratulations to Pyrotech for taking the entire thing the second straight time in a tournament that's hosted by moi, Alexalchemy. Can you even believe it? Wow.
Wow.
I can, but that doesn't mean I want to.
They're
So,
in.
but
Awesome.
man, that was one heck of a tournament. A lot of good matches that we saw today. I am, 16-person tournament. Not bad for a charity thing. I'll say that.
Definitely. And you guys just showed off. I didn't really see too much, unfortunately. I have to like make sure it runs perfectly. But
Oh, you're
you guys
good.
just you held down the fort, and in return, we just got some good ass Windjammers gameplay, like the very best you are ever gonna see, including Kosham. Who else? Kosham, Pyrotech, tons of other really awesome people who's just carrying this game forward. Which, I'll be honest with you, even though I don't play this game too much, which I play Windjammers 2 more, I really want to promote this game more in my local FGC alongside some other dope-ass Kusoges.
Please
If
do.
you're from Puerto Rico, you better stay tuned, porque voy a darte una paliza con estos Kusoges, cabrón. And this is such a wonderful event. I am proud to actually host another Windjammers tournament, and there's gonna be more to come. You know, in ACP we're gonna host more Windjammers. There's Windjammers Wednesdays. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the community where you can practice up, play with others, chill, have a good time. Especially with the host of Windjammers Wednesday, Frankie.
I mean, we'll host Windjammers Wednesday as well. I mean, we're all a team, and that's one thing I want to say about the Windjammers community. all are welcome. If you want to come and stream Windjammers Wednesdays, if you want to watch, if you just want to sit and play and BS with all of us, that's what we're here for. Come join us, come practice. Even if you don't want to play the game, just come, sit, relax, and be a part of the community. We're waiting for you. And if you liked what you see here, there's even more to come. We still play Windjammers 1, and with Windjammers 2 coming out, the fun is just beginning. So I sincerely hope more people will join us every week as we continue to learn more about the old game and really delve into the newer game. Keep donating until we get over $1,000.
Yes, please, even though this is the last commentary block you'll ever see in this event, honestly. So you will not see him curse,
Oh,
sadly.
what a shame.
What a shame.
Yeah, that's a sad. But next time, though.
Next time, baby.
Now, I am going to say this right now. I am planning to do Act 5. Now, here's the thing. And it's gonna be whatever the fuck I feel like it. I don't know. I need to take a break.
Understandable.
Good man. Good man.
But it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. Don't worry. Now, I am gonna confirm this. And .emu, the reason I put Windjammers 1 and Windjammers 2, Windjammers 2 is a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It's really beautiful. It's fun for everyone. All that good stuff. Now, do us a favor, and I'm gonna reiterate Carlton Robinson in a less aggressive way.
Which is wise.
For this one, I would like to plead to you, please add spectating and lobbies to your game. It's low-key unacceptable that's coming to a state where we have to rely on Discord streaming, essentially. So I really beg of you, this game deserves more. Like, sure, offline's offline, you know? You play with your buddies, drink some beer, talk shit, have a good time. But here, this is a game that really deserves the best that it could get. So I beg of you, if you want Windjammers 2 to be in Act 5, which, I'll be honest, I'm going to put Windjammers either way, but if we want Windjammers 2 instead, please beg .emu to put in spectating and lobbies so we can make TOing lives like I do and streamers lives, as you know, you guys, way more easier. And I say this on behalf of the Windjammers community. I know I'm not too active over there, but I know this game has a lot of potential. Like 100%. So please, .emu, please put spectating and lobbies there, because I'd be down to run more Windjammers 2 than Windjammers 1, honestly. Both games are great, but you essentially get what I mean. Because, look, we've raised a lot of money, we came together, throwing some this for a good cause, and I have a feeling you guys would 100% be down to do it again. Thank you.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Alexalchemy. I agree. With everything, .emu, we like you guys. We love the game that you guys made, but we need that spectator mode or a lobby system to make running online tournaments easier. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, definitely don't be rude to .emu because they did give us a great game, but we know what we still need, and the game needs it. The game deserves it because esports loves Windjammers. Esports just doesn't know that Windjammers exists yet. And in order to help them know the existence of Windjammers and what it can do, we need to be able to show the game off. So .emu, if you see this, please, if there's any way we can make spectator modes happen before Alexalchemy's Charity Thing Part 5, before CEO, please, what can we do to make that happen? Let us know.
Please clip that. Please clip this entire part. Let's send it to .emu and just spread across wildfire. Okay, don't start an actual wildfire. That's kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, that would be rude.
But you get what I mean. Just spread it out there on Twitter. Just spam them respectfully and all that good shit.
Yes, respectfully. Absolutely.
And please do it so we can make sure that one of these days, we will make Megaphone Frankie swear on camera. Thank you. Round of applause, everyone.
Yeah. All right. We're
Jam on, baby.
gonna wrap this up here and send it over to Karnov. But before we do, I want to thank everyone who came out here, everyone who donated, everyone who participated. Like, streams don't happen by themselves. You know, I could have just went online, had like a tournament of 3 people, nobody cared. But everyone who comes out at all one of these events makes these things possible. Like, without you guys at play, there wouldn't be a show to donate for. If there weren't you donators, we wouldn't have a cause. You guys are all great. Thank you, Alex, for involving us, and thank you, everyone. Thank you, Frankie, for coming in, and special thanks to that weird hype train thing that happened in the beginning of the stream. Like,
yeah, dude, I appreciate that shit.
yeah,
honestly.
all you guys subbing, all you guys following, thank you so much. You're the like that was what motivated me off my ass. Like, all right, fine, $25. It's the least I can do because you guys are contributing to me, and I should contribute back. So you guys are great. Stay tuned for more incredible fighting games. Tune in next week for more Windjammers Wednesday. But chum out, we're gonna be raiding out Karnov.
Hell yeah. Play some
Let's
Karnov maybe as well.
go!
Support the local FGC. With that said, I'll see you guys in Karnovs, and then if it's your last stream here, then I'll see you tomorrow and the rest of the week. Until then, fuck Alzheimer's, and please stay safe. Take care, guys.
Amen.
All right, gotta go to Karnovs. Please, thank you guys so much for being here.
I'm glad.
Thank
I'm
you,
glad
thank
we
you.
came.
Thank you.
So thanks for having us, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
I really do appreciate it.
I hope